What is going on, Lunatic Fringe, and welcome to the burn ward of Luna Classic. Just kidding, of course, but we've had a lot of burns over the last couple days. We're starting to get a bit of a revival. It's not natural, by the way, so it won't sustain itself because it's not happening because of specific burn protocol other than the transfer of large amounts of Luna Classic from one wallet to another wallet, something like that. That's not how you're going to sustain burn growth. You're going to really, it kind of prohibits people a little bit, but some of these places, they have to move it around from one wallet to another in case they get compromised, stuff like that. We're just taking advantage of a bad situation right there, which, hey, look, it happens, but that's not how we long-term reduce supply. So we're still going to work on some stuff, but let's talk about all of this and more and what is going on at Binance. I'm going to show you something at Binance right now. It is crazy. They're putting a lot of effort into Luna Classic all of the sudden, or maybe we just didn't see it before. Maybe I didn't pick it up in the algorithm. Google wasn't paying attention to it. Something is different here because all of a sudden Binance is all in on Terra Luna Classic, and that should mean that something big is going on. So make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Let's check all this out. Okay, so first, we burned 2 billion Luna Classic over the last 7 days. The way that looks right there is that big burn from Binance that's going to roll off, but we've had 2 big movements. We had 454, almost 455 million burn in one day, followed the next day by 485 million. That's just moving of some giant wallets. Again, that's not sustainable, but that sure is a good number right there. If you just consider here, if we had burned that much, 2 billion a week for any length of time, just you think about where we are. If we're burning 2 billion a week, then we're talking about burning 104 billion per year, and we've been doing this for 2.5 years, something like that. And you consider how much was burned in one fell swoop just by Terraform Labs when they, finally gave up what they had taken, if you will. So we'd be burning a lot more. Now, it wouldn't be enough at that point. I do want to stress that. That wouldn't be enough, even if we had done that. Really needs to be in the 5 to 10 billion per week. Now, I'm happy when we're at 2 billion, but I would be ecstatic at something like 10 billion because that is an appreciable amount just disappearing every day, just getting whittled off of the blockchain. And I think that's what people really want to see, and that's why we've struggled to maintain some momentum at different times. So 2 billion over 7 days, that's a pretty good number. Again, I don't think that's a motivating, but that is a good number for people to pay attention, especially how low some of those burns had been. Now, as far as burns go, I do have a partner up here, trobits.com. This is their website. Go to trobits.com for your news for a day or 2 or 3 or every single day, because what this thing does is it burns by ad, and these are the burns every single day, which you'll be able to go check out on their website. So here's the price of both. They are SHIB holders and Luna Classic holders, but all you have to do is come over here and just, engage with some of the content that they're looking at, read some of the articles, click through, get yourself informed about crypto. And if you do that, and by the way, there's some upgrades that they would like to do. Maybe we'll do some crypto related content like educational videos, stuff like that. I don't know if it's going to be me. I'm saying that, they'll probably do something, but that would give an opportunity here for this to become something of a hub. And the only way that this thing pays for itself is by ad revenue. So the ad revenue is used to burn SHIB and Luna Classic. So every day you can see what's been happening. Since we've been talking about it for a couple days, they've had a little tick up in the amount of burns, but if the market really bears it out and people really start coming over here, guess what? There's gonna be a lot of burns happening. So go to trobits.com today and check it out. Now, this is the point of Luna. This is the point of Binance that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Look at what you're seeing on your screen right now. Binance has article after article, and by the way, this is short term. After article, Binance is big all of a sudden on Terra Luna Classic. Now, it might just be an engagement farm. It could just be that these writers are trying to farm engagement, and Luna Classic gets a lot of attention and a lot of looks because there's millions of people holding Terra Luna Classic. But I would like to think that Binance is pretty savvy about their projects, and they want to attract new investors in. And I think they think this is an easy project to do that. So I think they're putting their considerable muscle behind getting people to start trading Terra Luna Classic. And by the way, if that happens, price explosion. That's the way this will happen. More investors coming in means more people holding the floor, means a higher price. Okay, so this is a good thing. I think this will ultimately lead to something crazy. And by the way, let me also point out something that you might not know. This is the list of attendees that are going to be at the Donald Trump Crypto Summit on Friday, and look who is at the bottom. Now listen, the last time CZ Binance was in the United States, he was in prison for insider trading related crimes, or wash trading, if you will. And what is happening in this administration? In this administration, he's good enough to be at the table for the mass adoption of crypto in the future. By the way, I do expect to see a full and official presidential pardon for CZ probably on Friday. I think that'll be part of the announcements over here, because it makes no sense for them to invite him to the White House and not give him that courtesy. So I'm telling you right now, this is going to be an interesting moment in cryptocurrency, and I do think it will be led by CZ Binance being pardoned, and that's going to be great for Luna Classic, because for some reason you guys think that CZ Binance is just smitten with Luna Classic just because he talks about it all the time and thinks about it all the time, and just because he does everything for it whenever he has it. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you guys. It's going to be an interesting time, though. Nonetheless, CZ Binance big time into Terra Luna Classic and on the list at the Presidential Crypto Summit. So this is going to be an interesting few days for a lot of different cryptos. Lunk to Bitcoin pairing did have a little pop off today to get, we had a little rally. Wasn't sustained. We're still under, but we'd like to see on the 7-day, like to see a big uptick over here, because the pairing hasn't been favorable. And by the way, this is not a huge, look, this is just kind of a symbol of altcoin season. Bitcoin's either running or alts are really running. So we're just getting an idea. And this did look like it's double bottom, maybe even triple bottom, if you will, to turn around. So could be that we get a favorable pairing, and maybe we get a little bump off of some kind of alts run. Nothing new on Commonwealth other than somebody saying hi. Now, as far as coins go over here, we've got Juris Protocol up 8% on the day. Terra's up 1% on the day. Garuda X 2.7%. Base is up 2.2%. Funny story. For some reason, my base does not show up on this list, and it is in the wallet. It is in the wallet. I wonder why it doesn't show up on CoinHall. Kind of weird, actually. I've been thinking about that for a long time, just never even bothered to do anything about it. But it's weird. Also, if you want to buy those meme coins, Terraport.finance, they're no longer a sponsor of the channel, but they are still friends of the channel. So Terraport.finance, if you want to buy these meme coins, that's where you go. That's SDK 0.50 from Antier Solutions does not meet it is not going to meet the threshold. It's not going to meet governance. Now, if you disagree, let's go look at the reasons why. All Nodes is saying bugs appeared after upgrading to 0.47 should be fixed first. Classic Nodes, bugs in 0.47 have to be upgraded first. Luna Not says yes, been long overdue, so my vote is yes. I don't know if that's a reason, but I think, look, if the bugs already exist, shouldn't get in the way of progress. But I don't think you want to add more bugs to the chain, because that would be catastrophic. So again, vote your conscience right now. I would not be one to say yes at this point. And the question, though, is, are people gatekeeping? That's really what it comes down to. When you go down this validator list, and you can see, like, most people are in support of it, except the biggest. Their job, I guess, kind of to look after. I don't know. I think they're protecting us right now. I'm not sure I agree with it or not, but it's not me. Validate with whoever votes the way you want. So price action, Luna Classic. I swapped all my USTC to Luna Classic. I'm looking to make a play on this, by the way. I'll tell you what the play is. And you can see we've had a favorable pairing over here. The market is down just a little bit on the day. It was up at one point. It was up, I think, 70 billion, and now it's down 13 billion as USA comes online. But again, I think we fulfill the move over here on Luna Classic. But USTC, I wasn't confident in, and guess what? I was right. So moving it over to Luna Classic actually paid out very well. Now, what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to have one more test down here like we had over here the other day. Set a buy order. I would, just in case, go to weeks down here, because you can trade Luna Classic over there, and not futures. You can do spot trading as well, but set yourself a buy order for USTC down here at like 0.008, just in case it wicks down there. And gives you that opportunity, because that's going to be, I mean, basically that's a gift, right? So I do think that the play ultimately is going to be a rip back up to the top of the range. So that's an easy 3 or 4x in my opinion. So what I intend to do is, in the event that it comes down like that, I'm going to swap all of my Luna Classic. I'm going to set a sell order for Luna Classic, and I'm going to go into this and buy USTC, and I'm going to load up on USTC down here for a big move here, because I think that that's going to happen. And then when it hits the top of this range, I'm going to immediately convert it back over to Luna Classic. Now, the hope is that USTC is running a lot faster and the parity for USTC is better, and then I'll just get a big win off of that, and I'll be able to convert it back over to Classic and have a lot more Luna Classic, because ultimately that's my goal, is just to accumulate more. Volume is down 27% on the day, 35% over on USTC, so not favorable right now, but you know, we'll see. Also, I think this is important, so I'm going to share it with you. Weso, I'm not familiar with it at all. I am friendly with Diamond Hams, so I do think that this is a good opportunity. And let me tell you why. The reason is very, very simple. Cynthia Loomis, senator out of Wyoming, she's very pro-crypto friendly, and guess what? The Luna Classic DAO is proud to announce its LLC is in the great state of Wyoming. Now, in the event that we have this Trump summit on Friday for cryptocurrency, and they make a decision that there will be no taxes on American cryptos, then guess what? Weso is thus an American crypto, and you don't have to pay. So that is going to be huge. And I think that that would be something that could spark a little bit of a rally for Luna Classic and obviously Weso. So if you don't have a bag of that, you probably should have a bag of Weso. I'm not partnered with them. I'm not on their team or anything like that, but it does seem obvious at this point. I can't say for sure that it's going to pump, but I do think that all of the pieces are in place for a nice little pump. So watch for that. Also, we're going to reach out a little bit more to Leonardo and see what we can do with this clay. We want to get more familiar with it. I think it's important right now because the future of USTC is now as a meme coin. I think, or I assume at this point, that's a little interesting. But what I do think we should do is maybe have this conversation and give them, give them a platform here, and let's talk about what Ceramic wants to do here and use layman's term to kind of figure out what the path forward is, what it looks like if we want to build something that would burn and, create this new possible ecosystem here with some sort of stable, I guess we call it stable coin. So it's certainly going to be interesting. So let's find out what it is. I'll reach out to them, see what I can do, and maybe we'll have a little interview. That's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.